on a little trip with the boys, with Varl and Erend. Now we've got a mysterious signal that appears to be Aleuther, but it could be a hoax. My prediction would be that it's
being cooped up in here.
that it's either a fake signal that's been sent by Silence, or Silence has actually found Aleuther and has somehow managed to send that back. So it's like a two birds with one stone thing, where he gets to be in touch with us and also get one of the subordinate functions back. But Silence,
the angry orb that we thrashed at the battle for Meridian. Like that was another one of those subordinate function things.
Yeah, that one was called Hades.
Huh. And you said Aloy ended it for good, right? Like Gaia doesn't need it?
I think we're
sort
all
of.
better off without it.
we're not in a position where we can actually use Hades again, right? Because there's no humans to be reborn.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Aloy doesn't like working with others.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
You're not really dressed. You're not really dressed for this errand, to be honest, mate.
Vermin.
Oh God!
What is that?
Yeah, take her down. I'm sick of these Zenith people.
What the hell?
That shattered the shield.
Well, that takes the keg.
Vermin. God. That was a mix of Tanakh and Osserum, right?
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
Why
We'll
was
check
she
out
on
the
her own?
battlefield. Let's start with that Zenith.
Well, that's so random. She's just fighting them in the middle of a field.
Obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Yeah.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Verbena. And she's just dead? God. Why was she just on her own fighting all these... Oh, that's their machines. What did they call them? Spectres or something? Here's the thick snow.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Wow. A bit, oh good, I found it straight away.
What? Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
Right, this is evil
I
bald
checked
guy.
everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
Right, the asset could be Elizabeth Sobeck clone or beta, right? It could be beta, right? Gerard is the evil bald guy who ordered us killed. Eric was the tall guy, and then obviously Carrie-Anne Moss, whose name is just on the tip of my tongue. Vandermeer? The first name is just escaping me. So Verbena's dead. Yeah, it was Spectre. I can remember something.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Oh man, are we going to find Beta? Spectre unit X9K4.16-N3 orders received. Prime directive: assist recovery of the asset. Secondary directive: continue monitoring V Suitor, Verbena, I guess. Orders acknowledged. Status report sent to Gerard Bieri. Hostiles detected. Engaging targets. Danger. System failure. IMMI. Data corrupted. So these were rebels, apparently. So I guess there are some Osserum fighting with the rebels.
It's kind of chilly up here.
Yeah, you don't say. So they must be low in numbers. But I mean, they could have just cloned them, sent a bunch of their own clones here, right? It doesn't have to be the original copies of these people.
An Osserum with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Now, the interesting thing here is initially I thought that maybe the rebels were being used by the Zeniths, but this would definitely suggest they're being manipulated by Silence, I think. Data corruption, 904, telemetry initiated, coordinates redacted, malfunction detected, self-destruct initiated, telemetry terminated. Yeah, I would guess that Silence is sort of showing Regala and her rebels what to do here. You know, focuses, taming machines, you know, makes sense, right?
Weapon's still hot.
Alright, Aloy, you scared me.
I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Got some snow on it, come on. Look around. Oh, I missed something. Someone was sleeping here? In the middle of a snowy mountain?
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while.
Alright.
Are they watching this area?
Yeah, this is Silence.
Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Where'd Val go?
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Osserum that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she'd lost.
Or
Her
someone.
drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Aletheia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
No. Sounds like a person, right? If it got away, you know, Aletheia is not just going to have... You know, if Aletheia was kept in a jar, then, you know, in like in one of those little glass containers, then they won't have been able to escape. Oh dear. It's a cauldron, maybe? Wow. Wow. I'm the only one who can get down.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
How's Varl gonna get down? Do we just slide? Guess it's not as steep as I'm thinking. Wow, look at this tunnel. Something just like blitzed down here. Like a giant laser or a drill or something. Like,
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Aletheia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
don't think so.
Maybe.
Aletheia is very much a luxury subordinate function. I don't think they'd look for this first. They just don't seem that sharp mentally, these Zeniths, at all, do they? They just seem like overtly arrogant and privileged, right? Like, they've got all this tech that they don't really seem to understand. Alright.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Verbena was... I don't know why this has popped into my head. Verbena was a plant that you could pick in The Witcher 3 for crafting. God, how have I remembered that? Is Verbena a real plant? It must be. It must be. We got any data logs or anything in here? Yeah. Text log. Command log. Storage units. Okay, hang on. Entry number 98,523. Storage units accessed. Data transfer initiated. Operations suspended. Fusion reactor on standby mode. Download initiated. Beamcast initiated. Destination redacted. Huh. Beamcast. Is that what blew the hole in the mountain? Oh, God. What should we pick up first?
I've never seen a transmitter like this before.
No, this is Zenith tech.
Looks like it's self-destructed. This was a Far Zenith research lab.
Oh,
Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
Yeah, maybe it's Beta, right? The other Elizabeth Sobek clone who came here to get Eluthia. Damage beyond repair.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Thanks. Wow, it's pretty huge down here. Just trying to get my bearings. No? Let's upstairs or downstairs. Let's go up first because it's underground. Down is likely to be where the good stuff is. Like a rat in a maze. Oh! Is that Val? What the hell, Val? What are you doing teleporting over there?
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
Oh,
What were they for?
God.
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
This place, yeah.
Sorry. Maybe their plan all along was to supersede Zero Dawn, hijack it, birth their own humans. Oh, hello. Text mail from Daniel McGill to Claire Noyen. Spoon-fed. 18th of January. That's my birthday. 2065. Claire. She'd been on the call with me with Zero Dawn. Whoever negotiated this deal with them was ingenious. A bunch of our old tech collecting dust in storage in exchange for a copy of all human knowledge. Talk about a bargain. And the guy heading up the Aletheia subfunction, Patrick Brochard Klein, you could practically see sparkles in his eyes when he was bombarding us with follow-up questions on the ectogenic chamber's design. It was like we were waving catnip in front of him. Anyway, they're requesting additional material on nutrition delivery. Higher-ups gave the go-ahead, so send over everything we have. Brochard Klein will probably piss his pants in glee. Right, so this suggests that the birthing or cloning or whatever tech that they gave Zero Dawn was maybe stuff that they'd had around for ages and was quite primitive. And they actually had really high-tech stuff themselves, which we've seen already with their ability to clone, and why people who were alive 1,000 years ago somehow here as well. They're probably clones as well, as I've said too many times already, but... Right, I feel like we should maybe go downstairs first before we jump down there, because we might not be able to get back. These facilities often are one-time visits, so... Watch this be a dead end. I can smash windows, can't I? Damn it. Another stairwell. Another text mail from Song Yao to Far Zenith research staff, a priority shift. All, as you will undoubtedly have heard by now, we've lost the brightest star among us. Research on ectogenesis for the Odyssey was near and dear to Peter. And on behalf of the new High Council, I commend you for all your efforts and the great strides made over the last several years. Yet as we mourn our founder, we must also keep our gaze on the bright future ahead. To that end, we will be shifting project priorities. Over the coming days, you will be briefed on exciting developments in longevity research from our Tokyo and Lagos facilities, with new assignments to follow. In the meantime, all ectogenic chambers should be moved to storage. Refer to your leads with any questions. So, obviously it was Gerard, evil bald guy, not Peter. Maybe Peter was a problem for the company, I don't know. We don't know how he died, so... Given the way these people operate, there could be a suggestion of foul play.
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so.
A corrupted progress report log from the 19th of August 2064 has seen a significant improvement, decreasing the time between touch-ups that commercially available treatments like Osmanthus Rejuve gene require. As for Malik's team, the latest results from their neurophysiology experiments seem promising. And with the supplementary data provided by our Tokyo facility, we seem to be closing in on functional first-generation implants. Meanwhile, our friends in Zurich have sent over their findings on WBE. Mixed results. A couple of promising avenues, but anything bordering on real digital transcendence looks to be decades away. If not, okay, digital transcendence, okay. So, digitizing of the soul, I guess. Mind copies. Interesting. So, they were very much specialists in genetics, whereas Zero Dawn had the AI superiority, it seems. Yeah, I think that's it for downstairs. Glad we came back. Oh, maybe not. Wait a minute. That's where we just were. The impatient ones.
This place
Oh,
is
no.
huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
I have
It
no
is.
sense of direction.
Somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
It's a person. It's got to be the.
So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's got to be this. It's got to be the beta clone. Has to be. This place feels too big though. Like it's going to have enemies in it at some point. I don't know. Oh god. A lot of red lights. A lot of red lights. I'm liking the music down here. Let's just sweep up these couple of bits of loot. Probably should have left them for whatever potential boss fight is going to happen in here, but because they had medicinal berries in.
A control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Oh god, man, it is gonna. It just feels like, you know, because of how quiet it is in here, it just feels like this is gonna kick off. I feel like we're gonna have to fight one of those specters or something. Hang on. Yeah, I should leave these intact. There's nothing in here. Let's just have a little examination.
Those look like ectogenic chambers. There must be hundreds of them.
Why
Oh,
would Far Zenith need so many?
I found some data that said they planned to take them into space, but they shut the project down. And
Maybe
later
this-
they traded some with Zero Dawn for a copy of the Apollo database.
So these were extras.
Yeah, maybe.
so maybe the Zeniths that are here didn't actually fly here. Maybe they were born here in a place like this. I don't know, I could be wrong. But it'd be a lot less hassle than flying all the way back here.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Thank you. Man, this menu. How are you supposed to find anything in here, man? This is a nightmare. Here we go. 237, beware. It said
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
yeah. Must be beta. Yeah, it's her.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Is it the same clone as before, though?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now.
Oh no.
But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
Oh god.
We need to get her back to...
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Oh man.
I'll protect her.
Yeah.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Right. Well, we're pretty well stocked here. I really don't know what to prepare with, though. Right, I really don't think this Tripcaster's going to do me any good, but I could be wrong. We haven't... Have we got a scan of one of these spectres? Don't think so. No. I've got a couple of skill points. We maxed out Range Master, which we've got equipped. Melee, I can't imagine is going to be much use here. No, we're alright. Wait, maybe I can give this shield...
Here it comes!
Oh, shit! Oh, come on! Oh! God, I just wanted to scan it. Highly advanced mobile combat drone. Its gold armor-like plates can morph into highly lethal weapons and can gravitationally reattach when torn off. Hard outer casing to protect synthetic muscle, a pulse cannon, a rapid-firing long-range energy weapon of advanced design capable of firing highly accurate projectiles. A shock unit. Highly charged energy storage, only accessible during attacks or when the nanoplate covering has been removed. Resource repository, large resource storage. Right, okay. Regen unit, used to attract and reattach torn off nanoplates, exposed when activated, damage it to disrupt its ability. That's on the chest. Vector thruster, a powerful propulsion device of advanced design that can enhance its jump attacks with fire. Plasma unit, glow blast storage, only accessible during attacks or when the nanoplate covering has been removed. Nanoplate, gold armor plates that can transform to power various attacks, especially vulnerable to certain types of elemental damage. A control nexus, processor of advanced design, especially vulnerable to damage once exposed. Right, acid damage. Right, I do have some acid, don't I? Don't I? Right, we can get rid of the strong arm hunter bow here in favor of, yeah, this warrior bow for the acid. So, yeah.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
I don't like this, man! Oh, a duck! I'm gonna
scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Oh yeah, really?
That thing's quick.
Scan it, you say? Oh, I am sick of you, buddy.
Got a piece of it.
Nice. Oh, did that miss? Oh, so many resources. Oh! That's not got that much health. Right, let's say I use the shredder gauntlet thing. Right. Oh! Oh, I didn't catch the disc. Oh, man. Oh, nice. Hit it with a power shot, Aloy. No! Oh! Right, let's set up a shield.
Gotta
Nice. Uh-oh, it understands angles. Hey, stay on this side of the shield, man! Oh. Now he's using the shield. The tables have turned.
We need more ammo.
Let's do it, Spectre. Oh! Oh, come on. Get out of there, Aloy. Oh, we nailed it.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Did it get away?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Did it escape? I feel like it dropped a few things. That was cool. It wasn't, maybe we're a little over leveled, but... Control Nexus. That thing could be pretty cool, right? Guess we can't reclaim them. Luminous Brainstem. Man, I can't believe we've got to rescue the other clone. It's fascinating. Right, which way am I going? Just back the way we came? Yeah, didn't it? I'm trying to see if its body is here. Oh, what the hell? I guess it clipped through the wall or something. Bones, some weaves. Nice. Yeah, it's gone invisible. I guess maybe it does that. Maybe it's a glitch. Right, so I imagine we're going to have to fight the other one too. So same deal, I guess. Acid. Blast it with the bolt blaster. Some braced shots. We might, if there's a zenith,
Get back
though.
up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Yeah, I don't think that's his style, Aloy. Osseram aren't known for stealth.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
I'm on the way.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
Can't
Aaron,
see
I'm
anything.
here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
Jesus Christ.
By the second you need me, I'm there.
Is that a different type of Spectre?
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. Shields down! It's on the move!
I got your back, Aloy.
Nice. It's actually, you can actually build up the if you just throw them quick without. Oh, Without... Oh,
Aloy!
damn it.
Aloy, can you hit this thing with acid? Aloy, get out of there!
Much better.
I can keep this going. Take this. Take him.
Oh, man, I rolled into it.
Who's next?
I'm sick of this guy.
Can't use that now. You want to target me?
Oh, Jesus! Yeah, you don't say. Fill up the berries. Oh, God. Teleporting, mother... Erin, stop walking towards it, man.
Oh, look at that thing fizzing away.
Ah,
Hit
damn
it
it.
again. Take it like a man! Or a woman!
Oh.
Aloy! Heads up! Aloy! For you!
Yeah, chill out.
Come here!
No!
You need help, Aloy?
Nope. I'm just casually on fire. Whew.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
How are they going to get her down the mountain?
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Alright.
Snow's melting on my clothes.
Oh. Stalker dart gun. That would have been useful. Does this stuff hurt? Oh, it's weird though. Right, this body's not gone invisible. So. Wonder if these things like revive or something. They look very like nanotech sort of thing, right? Like they can regenerate, like a Terminator. Not a bad view, that's for sure. Right, so we need to go back to the weapon up there, yeah? Wasn't there a little spike in the ground or something? Right, it's cooled off. They weren't too bad. I imagine if they're higher level, they're pretty tough to deal with. But... Excuse me. Oh yeah, that is Zenith.
No.
Interesting.
Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't lead them right to us.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Has anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache?
Right, we'll talk to them afterwards.
Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that oil.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Oh, am I going the wrong way? Nope. Man, what an interesting conversation this is going to be.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
This is going to feel incredibly strange for Aloy, obviously.
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Wonder, can she be trusted? Is one thing.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last.
Really?
Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
God, how surreal must this feel? The interesting thing is that due to how Beta's been raised, I guess. I mean, she hasn't said whether she was raised from childhood, you know, from a baby, or whether she was cloned as an adult, right? That might not be possible in this fiction, but she feels a lot more like Elizabeth, I suppose, in some ways, in terms of how academic she is. but she's obviously been sort of imprisoned, so she's maybe a little less forthright than Elizabeth would be, which is what Aloy obviously has in common with Elizabeth. So I guess two parts of a whole, we could see that as. I feel like in this situation, you would ask how she is more than give me information. I feel like Aloy maybe being a bit too eager there, because she obviously asked that in the sense of, oh, you need me for information, right? You're not actually interested in me as a human being. But yeah, how did you escape? Are you okay?
How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Aluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Aluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Verbena's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Aluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Aluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
Idiots. I can't believe they fell for that. What the hell? Oh, the thing that ties all of this together that is absolutely imperative that we don't lose. Tell me about yourself.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
Okay, so that's how you educated yourself, I guess?
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy, so it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating.
Okay, what can you tell me about your captors? Captors and creators, I suppose.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth.
And they've been in cryostasis.
What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda. Verbena. They resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know.
Okay, where's this base?
You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once.
Right.
They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
What details do you know about the colony, if any?
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age, too.
So obviously they just want to purge Earth again and build it again in their own image. They obviously have the ectogenic chamber capabilities to repopulate the Earth.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
And yeah, they need genetics to access things, right?
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So do you know about the signal in Hades?
So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
There are some bedrooms upstairs. You can talk to the others. We're here to help.
All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or... So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are gonna die. Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Whew. Heavy. Heavy stuff. Wow. Crazy. Okay, so I was wrong about the Zeniths, thinking they were just going to let us gather the subordinate functions. They've been gathering their own, so obviously because they're prioritizing the education and aspect of it, right? The human cultivation end, whereas we've gone for the more planet preserving end first. Fortunately, we've both kind of gone for the opposite ends of the, because we're going for, in terms of the order that things progress through, in terms of the Zero Dawn project. They've gone for the stuff at the end first, and we've gone for the stuff at the beginning of shaping the planet. But I'm going to talk to these guys, don't worry. But we should talk to Gaia first. Wow, and yeah, she's obviously not got to spend much time with other people. The way she's talking, I mean, the kind of impatience that she's showing, maybe she's kind of got that a bit from the Zeniths, from the way they treat her, so maybe she's going to have to learn how to socialize a bit better and talk to people a bit more, but her panic is understandable, right? She knows how powerful they are. She's seen how primitive, for want of a better word, or far behind we are due to the lack of the Apollo program. Yeah. But we can still... we've still got stuff on our side. And Silence definitely feels like a wild card still. I feel like he might be helping Regala, so Regala might actually might come to our aid in some way. Maybe we'll have to convince her to help us take down the Zeniths, because she commands a considerable force. We need all the help we can get. Say that again, Gaia.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands.
Silence.
Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
Yes, I'm a genius.
He's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Silent's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us.
Yeah.
But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
Oh my.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Yep.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
Yeah, bait.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's... not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
Think about where she's
It
come
is
from,
true
though.
She overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
Yeah, good advice, to be honest.
When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate.
Yeah, they wanted to live forever, right?
Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising.
God. When this comes to PC, I hope there's a mod for the colours of these.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over, so they can build it how they want.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why?
Hmm.
Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
Yeah.
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground. So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth.
Oh, that is mad.
Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have any information on who these people were before the apocalypse?
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything about them?
Unfortunately, no. My personal database is limited to those who worked on Zero Dawn.
Ouch.
Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dalgard, was ever publicly known.
Right. He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
Yeah, just a face.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can speculate as to what they were involved in, right? Maybe, obviously, technological developments, arms dealing, maybe that kind of thing.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but
Yeah,
Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the systems designed through him, despite his failure.
Yeah, but we also know that Elizabeth gave Tilda something, right? Based on that audio log we found at the facility where Hades died.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart.
This is a slightly different version.
While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
Okay, so we did, most of that was the same, but the bit about the technology we found that Silence had used was new.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species.
Is this the same?
Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February,
but they have a copy. They have a copy.
By order of Ted Faro.
Faro, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic.
Yeah, this seems mostly the same. It did seem like it was a new color.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in possession of Far Zenith,
there's the new bit.
Attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines. Attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Alright. That's all the new stuff.
Goodbye, Aloy.
Okay, where are we going to go next? Main quest-wise, we're going for Poseidon, which is to the south. Interesting. Exciting. And we've still got this mysterious, whatever this clan was that we've seen the face paint of. which is seems disconnected to everything. They perhaps worship Zenith tech, or the Zeniths in general. It does seem that way. I could be wrong about that.
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. It makes you want to punch something. More like someone. You're the one that helped me find it. People make mistakes.
Aaron? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying.
Have you spoken to Beta?
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
I hope she gets to pick a new name for herself, right?
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. That reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in stormburn blades. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
We got a quest from Zoe.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
Cheers, mate.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about two trees coming from one seed.
Yeah.
That seemed to help a bit.
Not everything's about nature, Zoe.
I see everyone's settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here.
Oh,
Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap maul.
Yeah.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place.
It's a lab. It needs to be sterile. No soil and seeds everywhere and pollen.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift. And to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals.
She'll hate that.
If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Especially you're not a
Maybe Gaia
vegan.
can help you find something else.
Yes. Alright, Val. Stop being such a tryhard.
I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Yeah, sure, mate. I'll go and talk. I'll go and see if we can talk to her again in a second.
Aloy.
Hey, thought I'd check in on how you're doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
Yeah.
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
Okay. Let's just ask the other stuff first.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
But
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
yeah. Literally, she just literally hasn't. She's been on a spaceship her whole life.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again.
I'm really digging the way this armor looks in cutscenes, by the way. It's nice. Nice and subtle. And still very Nora, so...
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line.
Okay, what did you want from me?
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code.
Okay.
If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it.
Oh.
Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
West, okay.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
We'll do it together. You're just going to wait for me
I need
there?
to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Or is she going to leave with us now? Wow. Wow,
Aloy,
wow, wow.
there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Thanks. Cool. Coils, traps, flies.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup.
Like the kosher.
It probably meant something to them.
Oh
As
god!
opposed to my people.
Looks
Katalo.
like some of the holograms are working now.
I completely forgot about him.
The displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
I completely forgot about him. God.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Not quite.
Maybe. I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly.
Kaja.
A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that Karja armor of hers.
Yeah, a bit
She'll
naive.
be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
It's a good point, right?
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the 2 of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
How's the learning going?
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaru's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
None of that's new, is it? We have asked him all that, yeah.
I need to go.
On your way then.
Thanks, mate. Right, which is our room again? This one.
When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Fashaw was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
Yeah.
It was pretty weird talking to Beta, seeing someone who looks like me. Even though it seems like she doesn't act anything like me. Or Elizabeth, for that matter.
Oh, come on. She took some pretty hefty risks getting here, right? To try and help and save the planet? That's exactly like Elizabeth. What are you talking about? Yeah, she's a bit sharp. Her tongue's a bit sharp, but you have to remember she's been around the Zeniths. She doesn't really know how to talk to anyone on a more empathetic level, right? Let's go see if her dialogue's refreshed at all. Probably not.
Hey, me again. Was there something else?
No, guess not.
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, she's been a prisoner her whole life, right? So she's naturally going to be wary of people, of everyone, really. And she was essentially created to be a key for doors, right? So she's obviously going to, I don't know, be quite standoffish. Hopefully we can break down a few barriers with her. I'd like her to get to pick a name for herself. Alright, that is everything. Looks like we're heading to the south. Yeah, we do have a side quest for Zoe. It's probably worth doing as well. We'll have a look at the map. We'll just touch base outside. Hit the save point. Good lord. That view. We didn't get any new tools or tech from that mission, but... Alright, let's check in here.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
Don't tell me what to do. Do you have outfits? You did. Cool, Nora Sentinel. But we don't have one of these already, do we? I might as well buy one of these. Oh, that has plasma bolts. We just need more cash. Not enough. Frost plasma. Oh, it's all elemental? Really? No basic ones?
Practical selection.
Alright, so let's just have a quick glance at the map before we end the video. Right, so Zoe said the to the west. No, Vista. Bristleback tusks? Is that wasn't the mission for Zoe, was it? Okay, it's near the grove. Right, and Poseidon is down here. So what should we do first? The rebel outpost over that way. Still need to use that key. We've not technically really travelled through this bit yet, have we? And then Demeter is over here. Oh god, still so much to explore. Right, we learned so much. Okay, so quest-wise, I'm really liking this armor. Quest-wise, we'll maybe do Zoe's mission just because it's in our minds straight away and we've been near enough to the area already. It was level 25, so we should be okay. And then after that, we'll try and head towards Poseidon. Side quest-wise, yeah. This Tribal Park quest is something we should go back for. We can't do this one yet. Hopefully doing the Poseidon thing will allow us to swim. Still not necessarily true. Okay, the Talana thing is on the way to Poseidon. Okay. So that's what we'll do. We'll go over and do second verse. Help out Zoe. Then we'll head south, start heading south. Maybe meet up with Talana. And then we'll head for Poseidon. Awesome. We have Beta. Hopefully she'll become a bit more accustomed to being around people who aren't just using her, right? Maybe we'll get to... I don't know. Just get to talk to her on a human level, right? Because she's never really had that. She's always been a prisoner. So we'll pick it up from here next time, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a thumbs up if you did. Just remember, everyone, never trust an on-crate. I'll see you next time.